Hi everybody. Today I want to show you the new collection from Creative Memories. By the way, my name is Laura McGuire and I am an advisor for Creative Memories. I've been with Creative Memories, the old company and the new, for 25 years. I still love what I'm doing, and the videos are just a new avenue for me. So I'd appreciate it if you would just like and subscribe to my channel. And if you don't have an advisor, consider me. My website is www.creativememories.com/user/Laura McGuire, and I put a capital L and a capital M on that. So I'm going to show you a page using the Golden Harvest collection. I just got it and it's really pretty. A lot of pretty papers, and you can see right here the different ones, and I've used these in the page that I did. Look at that pretty tangerine leaves with the brown. And then these leaves, it's all about fall. And nice green dots. And so, and this one. And that's all of, and I mean, I just used one sheet. It comes with 2 sheets of every piece of paper. And I want to use this for the page that I show you. So you've seen all of these in the other one, the ones that I cut. Now this is the tone-on-tone paper, and we use the denim, and the page says to use the textured linen, and I wanted to do 2 pages, and you needed to use the denim and the textured linen. So I did not use textured linen as a background because of the 2 pages that I wanted to do. So, and wood grains and shiplap. It's a good, always good to look at that. And I use this in the layout with the green dots on the back. And there's like an ombre green with some light gray leaves, and then the red leaves with the brown, and then the ombre orange with the stripes. So that's the paper. The embellishments are a combined laser cut embellishments with the foil on it, and they're beautiful. They're even, you know, the colors are deep. This one here is it's got green and orange in it. I mean, very, very beautiful embellishments for this paper pack. And so these can, you know, they just really good. At any rate, they also have layered borders. And the layered borders, I used one in the layout, and you'll see that. They're like shadowed, and they using foam squares. So we like to do that. We like to layer these with foam squares on our borders, but they've already done that for you in this. All it needs is some background paper, and you have a beautiful border. So it comes with 8 of those. And these are the other 4. Look at the leaves, are so pretty. Very nice. And then that picket fence with the pumpkins looks really good. And the matte pack is really pretty. And I really like matte packs. I like to start if I'm going to mat a picture, I'll put a title on a page. They're 2-sided, so you get to choose which orientation you want. Sweater weather is better together, and that's for sure. Autumn holds a wonder all its own. Really nice. And then journal cards. These are all journal pieces. But also one side, you can mat a picture with that. Or you can cut shapes out of it. I mean, there's so many different things you can do. So that's the mat pack. Mat packs don't get enough attention, I believe, anyways. And then the stickers. And leaves, apples, pumpkins, pine cones, acorns, birds. So you get icons, you get words, titles, and you get borders, which is a really good. And then the Unbelievable recipe template. And I haven't used this because I only just got it and I didn't get a chance to play with it. But I do love the recipe templates for titles on your page, or just to add a little something. You can just do the bordered part and then put several pictures in there. And look at how they did for the squares that are cut out. They cut out pictures and made like a quilt page there. So that's the Unbelievable recipe template. So I'll show you my completed page, and then I'm gonna give you some dimensions on what to cut and how to cut. This I don't need. So this was the completed page that I did, and I think it's just so sharp and so beautiful. I got the idea, of course, from the Creative Memories blog. And what you need to cut these swell waves is the Creative Memories wavy trimmer. And you'll also need your 12-inch trimmer. And you'll need some repositionable tape runner. And that's about it. I mean, and of course adhesive. Yeah, the repositionable, and you can use the regular adhesive for the larger pieces. This is the other layered border that I was talking about. And I think it adds a lot to this page. So I'm going to put this aside. And I took the liberty, because it's time consuming, I took the liberty of cutting the 1/2-inch strips, all but the last one. So the swell, because I wanted to show you how I did it. First I cut a waist piece. Okay, and I just cut that at about 1/4 inch because you can use that for something else. So now you have the swell edge. And you want to cut that at 1/2 inch. So I'm making sure the top and the bottom are at that 1/2 inch mark, and the swells are at the 1/2 inch mark. And then all you do, of course, is cut it. So you need 2 of those. So there's one, because they're two-sided. So you're going to use both sides. And that's that. So for the wavy strips, you need 14 of them. So that's 7 sheets of paper, cutting 2 strips from each and using both sides. So I'm going to put that aside. And all the cutting, all the rest of the cutting is done. So we'll put that on. But in addition to the wavy strips, you need to cut denim. And the first piece is 12 by 5 inches. You need one of those. You need one that's 12 by 1 inch. That goes at the top. And one that's 12 by 1/2 inch, which is going to go in the bottom. on the bottom. And then you want to cut, and I use that pretty leaf paper. You want to cut mats. You need 3 of them that measure 4 by 3 3/4. Now I'm ready to finish assembling this page. I didn't want, I mean, I think it's, I didn't want to be cutting everything on the video because it takes up too much time. But I want to show you how I placed it. I like to use my 12-inch mat, and when you, it seemed like when I placed a new one down, there was about an inch in between, or 3/4. And I'm having, what I'm looking at mostly is that the swells kiss. So they're touching each other. And repositionable tape runner comes in handy for this. So I just want to make sure it's at the top, and I'm matching the swell edge. And this moved down a little, so I'm going to pull it up. It's at the top and the bottom, matching the swell edge. And that's down. Then I'm going to flip this over. And you do want, when you flip it over, you want to make sure that they're going in the opposite direction. So this is the flip side of that. So the top is touching and the bottom is touching. But it all depends on how you start placing them, because on my other one, it was not like that. It was the opposite. And I'll show you that. So this part is done. I just want to show you. They're different because the two that are the flip side are that inch or inch and a half away, an inch away from each other at the top. It's the way I placed the first one that determined that. On this one, I placed the first one with this swell going in. So it's all up to you on how you place your first strip, how this is going to end up. I kind of liked this way better, and because I know that when I flipped over my strip, that the top was going to match, and then the rest matched all the way down. So I mean, it's no big deal, but I liked it. So the next thing you're going to do is place your 5-inch piece and your 1-inch piece. And I use the cutting mat so that I can be sure, like I can place this at the 2-inch and this at the 10-inch. So I'm going to place that first. And this is not repositionable. You don't need repositionable for this. So we're placing it at the 10-inch and 5 and 2 and 7. And then the 1-inch piece goes at the top. And it kind of covers, like if you had to overlap in a spot, it kind of covers that. And on my other one, I did have to overlap. This one, I didn't. And then the little 1/2-inch, which I should use a repo on this one because it's narrow. That goes at the bottom. You know, we used to have a denim paper pack, and I loved that paper pack. So I'm glad they put some denim in this paper pack. Now we're going to place the mats. So I kind of eyeballed where they went on the other one, and I probably will do that here. You want them pretty much evenly spaced. But when you create a page, you don't notice if they're off like 1/8 of an inch or something, you know? And let's see. I got it at 5.5 and 10.5. Let's see. I have to move it. I always move the paper. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this one on this side. And then if I have to, it's repositionable tape runner. So that's at 7.5 and 3.5. So if I have to move the mats, if they're not lining up. Oh, this is not repo. I'm gonna switch just in case. So on this, what I'm going to do is take my ruler here and put it at the top, at the 3.5 and the 5.5, and then kind of center this right in the middle. And then they should all be pretty much done. So there's that page. Now I already used the zigzag, and I always say I did, whoops, it's upside down. You know, I think this is supposed to go, you know what? The 1 inch goes at the bottom and the 1/2 inch goes at the top. And it's a good thing I used repo. Well, now everything else, well, it'll be facing page. My pumpkins are upside down. Oh, well, I can turn that around too. I think I'll just turn my pumpkins around. It's a good thing I used repositionable tape runner. So what I was gonna say is I always say if you want to do 2-page spreads, you should buy 2 packs of embellishment borders, because you want them to go across. Now if I turn, oh, I can't do that, because if I turn that around, everything else is going to get turned around. So I'd have to turn everything else around, so that would be wrong. So maybe what I should pick up are the strips. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, if I that's right. If I pick up the strips, look at me make a mess again. Okay. Then I can turn this around and put the 1/2 inch at the top. That's a better way to do it, right? Sometimes common sense. And the 1 inch at the bottom. And that's better. And now we can take this, and I don't have my other mat, but this was at 10 and 5 and 2 and 7. And there you go. So now I think I'll take a different border, because I don't have this, I don't have another one of these. And what would go? Let's see. Take my borders. I wish I bought 2 of these, but I didn't. I don't know. I think maybe this one. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to put the red. Well, I'm not going to do that because I stuck those down. I didn't put the red mat underneath the green. And I do have it right here. All right. Haste makes waste. That's what they say. I am going to put it. And I had cut some things wrong, so I had to put 2 pieces together on here. But I try to use everything no matter what. And this will work out. I know it will. So I just want to center this. And again, I'm just eyeballing it. Then yeah, this is not quite wide enough, but it'll have to do. The red, I never even wrote that down. That's what I did. I had cut it the wrong width. So you want to cut the red at 3 3/4 by 4. Well, actually, the mats are 3 3/4 by 4, so you want it 4 by 12, and this isn't 4 by 12. So that's that. I'm sorry I messed up a little bit. Now I'm going to put this down. And I do want it to continue with that other one. And you know what? I don't mind this at all. I kind of like it. I'm going to move these over because I want them evenly spaced, or more or less evenly spaced. So let me just measure. I want to be sure that the red mat, I was remiss in getting that ready. So it's actually, I can't see it with the glare. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4.5. It's 4.5 by 12. So the squares are 4 by 3 3/4. And maybe if I turn this, they probably will be side by side. No, I'll just do this. I don't mind it. They'll probably not be, it probably won't be a 2-page spread in my book. It'll probably go in 2 different books. So that's the page, and I got it from the blog, and I really like how the swell borders add some really, really good interest to that page. So happy fall, happy apple picking, happy pumpkin picking, happy Halloween. Well, that's not here yet, but it's still September. But just enjoy your fall. Take care. Thanks for watching.